Mhm. All right, I think we're going. Just gonna check it real quick. Be right back. Hold on. Hold a second. We're going. Just gonna check it real quick. All right, looks like we're going. I will go back to the cameras. Okie doke. All right, here we go. What day is it today? It's May 4. It's been kind of a crazy day. It's been really busy, and we're kind of slow right now. I got a lot of machines I got to reset. Look at that. We had it's kind of a funny thing. We had like 3 groups of kids, I want to say like around the 13-year-old age. Each group was, 3, 4, 2 kids, whatever. Parents dropped them off, and then parents left, kind of thing. So I don't know, is this, maybe we're getting to be like this is a cool place where the preteens hang out. We have let's see. Yeah, these people here at Lebowski are just finishing up, I think. And then I'm going to go around and reset everything. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
What do you think of that one?
I like that.
That's a good one,
It
isn't
took me
it?
a while to get the hang of it.
Yeah, it's. I like the shots on it. It's nice and fluid, and
Yeah.
the ball kind of always is moving. Yeah,
Oh, I like that.
yeah,
I don't think it was here last time. It's new, is it?
yeah. We just got it. Yeah, it took us 15 months to get it. We had to put an order in and put a deposit down, and they're a small company, so they make them to order.
Okay.
And then so we just took us a year to get in front of that line, and then they built it, and then they're made in Holland.
Okay.
Yeah. So then I had to take a voyage across the ocean. And yeah.
See you later.
See ya. All right, I'm gonna go and reset. Hey, there's Spike's Trailer Park and Charleston Pinball. All right, I'm gonna go and reset a bunch of games. I will be back in a moment. Entertain yourselves. Right. Oh, okie dokie. Everything seems to be reset now. That's one of the bad things about having things on free play, is that sometimes people walk up and they start like a 2 or 3 or 4 player game, play a couple balls, and then move on. Matthew, hey, welcome. So Charleston Pinball Arcade says, need more places like this everywhere. Nice, clean, just big enough. I need it bigger. I'm out of space. I need more. I need more space. I have like 60 more pinball machines, and then I probably have another 10 arcades or something. Um, last live stream, I think. Did I have the ones? I don't know if I had all the ones next door. No, I didn't, because I picked that one up. I picked 2 more machines up on Monday. I talked about it. And we had 3 machines next door. We have 5 next door now. Hey, Rebecca. Rebecca, who likes the music. We can go next door and I can show you. Let's do that now, since I don't have a whole lot of people in here. Camera Safari Adventure Time. Hold, please. Let's get this going here. Can you guys hear the music in the background? I have like a noise canceling thing on this microphone, and it's supposed to cut down on some of the noise because it gets kind of rattly in here. But I've got like super funky time today, so just don't know how much of that comes through. It's probably better if it doesn't necessarily come through. Smoke break. All right, enjoy your smoke, Matthew. All right, Camera Safari Adventure Time. We're gonna go next door and look at machines. Whoop. All right, here we go. Actually, Charleston Pinball Arcade. I don't know. Have you seen what's in here? I'll walk around. I'll do a quick walk around real quick. This is the twin rifle I got a couple weeks ago. It's starting reliably, but the ducks, well, they're not really ducks. They look like chickadees. I don't think they're the original targets. They are not working yet, but it's starting, and everything else is working on it, which is good. And I've got that's what I have over here right now. I've ordered this display is a little wonky. It needs to warm up. I think it's the high voltage power, but I put a high voltage power supply add-on board and it didn't fix the problem. So I said, screw it. And I ordered a color DMD for this. I should have that in a week or 2. And same with Royal Rumble. It's glitchy sometimes. So I just went ahead and ordered a color DMB for that one. I think it's actually the data cable though, but I was like, well, I'm ordering one, I might as well order a second. All right, Big Lebowski, and then those guys. Let's go next door. Lights are out. So I got indicator, Operation Thunderbolt are the 2 new ones that I brought in on Monday. Up over in Moncton, and Snow Rose, Snow next door, and Double Dragon. But I've seen people playing Super Hang On a lot, and Operation Thunderbolt, and some people are really digging this one today. So it's such a cool cabinet. Isn't that cool? It's like a tank. It's in really good shape. I think this is all originally had black of piping stuff, but yeah, someone redid it. I like it. I think it looks good. And the plan is if those machines do well in there, then what we're gonna do is this whole area here, we'll rip these booths out and we'll put, I think we could put 3 machines here, 1 here, 1 here, and 3 machines here. And then we'll just get some little tables for here and probably a table in front of this window, like a little, and some bar stools. And so we'll have the 5. We'll have, let's see, we could have 6, 7, 8 machines in here. So those, and I'll have to buy more. So there you go. Snag us a pizza, says Spike. Go back to this scene for right now. Matthew says recap. Yeah, that's what I think is going on with that one. The little add-on board is really cool. It's basically a recap, but it just stacks on top of them, and they're like $60, and it takes 30 seconds to do. So I figure I've got a whole recap kit for it, but I was ordering some other crap, and I had to make it worth the order because it's expensive to send stuff to Canada. So I ordered this little add-on board. I thought, oh, this is great. And but with the add-on board, I don't know if I just pulled it out and hooked the other one back in. It needs to warm up for the full D&D lights up. I didn't have a chance to check to see, because it might be that add-on card is faulty and it's not kicking out the power. But I didn't even test it. I was just like, I came in the morning, plugged it in. I had like 5 minutes to do it, and before I opened, so I just threw it in. Nope, didn't work. Pulled it back out, hooked it up, let the thing warm up. It was fine in an hour and a half or something. But anyway, yeah. So that's the deal with that. And actually, the Royal Rumble one, the high voltage on that one went out, so that got all fixed. And I think it's actually the data cable on the DMD side that just every once in a while it just displays glitch, and then it doesn't display glitch. And if you wiggle the cable and stuff, so I was just like, screw it, I'll just get 2 color DMDs. We'll throw them in there. That's going to be. I don't want to like replace all my DMDs with color DMD, but it's a bit of an expense. But if I've got something a little flaky with it, it gives me an excuse to go for it. So yeah. All right, let me go back here and see. I have to look and see which one is the Gottlieb Pool Pro. What did I do? Hey, we can look at this together. Gottlieb Pool Pro. Oh, nice. Look at all those drop targets. I'm jealous. 15 drop targets. That seems like to be the max, because like El Dorado is 15, and Cue Ball Wizard is, how many are in that? There's a ton in Cue Ball Wizard. But it seems like finding a game with more than 15 drop targets. I'm a big drop target. I love drop targets. Let me look at Cue Ball Wizard. I don't remember how many right here. There's 14 in Cue Ball Wizard. Yeah, and I know that there's 15 in El Dorado because I had to buy drop targets for mine. Now I'm going to look it up because I don't want to. I don't want to be like an idiot. That looks like a fun game. Look at the whole playfield. Yeah, cool. Um, El Dorado, El Dorado. Yeah, 15 on that one. I guess I could have just gone here and looked up here, and it says one 10-bank drop target and one 5-bank drop target. That's 15. Woohoo. All right. Okay. I'm going through chat now. The music is not enough for copyright issues. Great. And Charleston says it's the first time you've seen next door. Yeah. Yeah, so that over there is a, it's called Pizza Donaire Hub. And they have that little dining room where the machines are, and then a little bit in the front. Down to the side are some washrooms, and then in the back is just the kitchen and some offices, and that's basically all. This used to be part of that restaurant, and in the pandemic, they basically just focused on doing like takeout. And after the pandemic, nobody came and sat in here, but the old owners of the pizza place, there's new owners there now that have taken over in the last handful of months, but the old owners told me after the pandemic, nobody used to come into this big dining room, and blamed it on the pandemic. But once I got in here and started looking around, it wasn't the pandemic. It was because they never cleaned it. It was gross. Like, this whole place was just a filthy mess and greasy and nasty, and yeah, so people didn't want to sit down because they didn't want to catch a disease. So new people took over a handful of months ago, and they're just trying to figure out ways to make things work, and they're actually really nice. We've been having fun kind of working together, and they didn't quite understand what my model was, and they used to ask me all the time, can we just leave that door between the two spaces open so that their customers can come over here? And I'm like, but you pay to enter over here, and how do I track? Like, no, we can't do that. So then they're like, oh, can you put games on our side then? I'm like, I could do that. Yeah, and then the pizza over there is pretty good. The Donaire are fine. Most places on the island use this like pre-made Donaire meat skewer thing. They actually have a Donaire cooker where you can put the skewer on and the burners and everything. And they have the shaver, they shave the meat off. But they don't make their own skewer. I can't think of a single place on the island that does, which is too bad, but I understand, I guess. And then they do hamburgers, and their hamburgers are amazing. I don't know where they get the meat from, probably Cisco, but not Cisco the router maker, but Cisco the food supplier. But that and the fries are probably one of my favorite things that they make next door. Yeah. Where does the stripper pole go? Outside. It's outside. Do I have any wide body games? Asked Steve. In here right now, I have for like big old school wide bodies. In here is Genie. I think Roadshow is considered a wide body, even though it's not nearly as big as Genie, but I think it's a little bit wider. And then at home, I have Panthera, I have Stellar Wars, I have Gottlieb 007, and Volcano, and I think there's one or two more, if I can't remember. Yeah. Matthew, it could be easily a cold solder joint. It's possible, yeah, on the DMD because it's definitely it's not a power problem. It's a data problem on that one. That's when it gets all glitchy. But I'll fix it once I replace it with something better. Because that's how I roll. Simpsons pool party. Simpsons pinball party. Why did I say pool party? I actually have only played that one time. I played the Daddy East Simpsons one a lot, but I've only played the pinball party one just once or twice. Yeah. Cardwiz and Drop a Card. Cardwiz is the 2-player Royal Flush, right? That's the Gottlieb one. The bank of drop targets and the 3 jokers. That's one of my favorite games. Is Royal Flush. Just it's one of those ones that I like drop targets. It's got the bank of drop targets there, and then the 3 jokers. And I have got the 3 jokers. I have got all of the drop targets. But in the year that I've had that, I've only got in one ball. I've only cleared everything once with one ball. Yeah. Gottlieb 1979 countdown is 16 drop targets. Whoa. Solar City over Dorado. Is Solar City the Add-a-Ball? I actually really lucked out on my Eldorado. I got it for, I want to say like $300. I had to drive 2 or 3 hours out of Vancouver to get it, up into the middle of nowhere. Actually, it was maybe further than, maybe it was 4 hours. But yeah, it was only just a couple $100, three or four, $300, I think it was. I don't remember. Something like it. It was dirt cheap. Overall, the playfield is fine. All the plastics were fine. Some of the drop targets were broken. The back glass wasn't too bad, if I remember. And the cabinet needed some serious attention. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to clean up the whole thing since the cabinet is screwed, and someone repainted that cabinet. They did this horrible repaint job on it. So since it's not in pristine condition, and getting it back to pristine condition is probably not worth it. What I want to do is I want to shore up the cabinet, and one side is pretty damaged. I thought it'd be cool to cut a little window in it and then put some plexi in there or tempered glass or something so you could see inside the machine, and then clean up the inside of the machine all nice and pretty. Put a couple lights in there, and so that it's have it at the end of a row, and people could actually look in and see how the mechanics of the machine work. I thought that'd be pretty cool. But we'll see how that goes. Hey, there's Chris. Hi, Chris. Before Pizza, it was a family restaurant called Pedro's, and before that it was called Maggie's. I actually hear a lot of people bring up Maggie's, but not so much Pedro's. Look, she's dancing. I just made a thing on social media today that whenever I have this playlist going, this is like, it's got like Parliament, P-Funk, George Clinton, and then a bunch of disco crap and some other funky stuff, a bunch of Rick James and whatever. Whenever I run this playlist, I always catch people doing like a little jig for a second. It's really funny. Spike says we got a new pizza place in our town, and they have the best sandwiches I've had since I left Villa. Yeah, it's like next door. Like the best thing is the hamburger. Yeah. So last week, anything new in the fridge? Mountain Dew Spark. This is new. I haven't tried it yet. Raspberry lemonade. I think that's, yeah, that's it. I got, did get a case of, 12 or 24 cans of Thumbs Up, but they're not in there yet because I still have some Thumbs Up in the bottle. So I'll try and get rid of those first. I think I have like 6 or 7 of those. I might actually drink one. Oh, I do have the spiced Coca-Cola, and I wanted to try this. This is a new thing that when we picked all that stuff up from the States, they had a spiced Coca-Cola, and I was like, oh, I've never seen this before, and I got some from the States. And then when we got here in town, I saw that they were selling it here too. So I imported stuff I didn't need to. All right, let's try it. It says that it's raspberry spiced flavored cola. What does raspberry spiced even mean? Is it just, why is it called, I don't know. Let's try it. Okay, that's garbage. This is terrible. Yeah. What the hell does this even taste like? So it doesn't taste like Coca-Cola. It reminds me of something though. It tastes like it tastes like the way a rest stop smells. That's what it is. Weird. Really weird. I'm gonna dump this out because that's gross. Yeah, it tastes just like a rest stop smells. I've never tasted a rest stop, but I think I'll pass on this one. What a weird thing that... All right, I'm going to try something else that I haven't had forever. because that last one was such a bomb. How did that spicy Coke? How did that even pass the boardroom test? Like, it's almost like a bunch of people at Coca-Cola were trolling Coca-Cola. Yeah, put this out. No, it doesn't taste like the way a restroom smells. All right, here's what I'm gonna try. I haven't had one of these in forever. RC Cola, which has been surprisingly popular since I brought this in. And Matthew's going for a smoke break. Enjoy your smoke break. All right, here we go. RC Cola. It's more of a Pepsi than a Coca-Cola. Yeah, it is what it is. I don't drink a lot of like colas, like Coke or Pepsi. I don't usually drink that stuff. I usually go for something like a grape or an orange or a root beer or something. I don't usually drink cola kind of things, but yeah, it's okay. That's fine. Next time I go to the States, though, I have to bring back a lot of that because it's been one of my. I have a little shelf of like U.S. imported drinks, and RC has sold the most so far. I think I don't know if this is the last. There's 3 in there, and this one I don't know if that's. I might have one more box of it. I don't remember. All right, yeah. Let me go back. I've been. Let's see. Okay, so Chris asked anything new in the fridge, and that's as far as in chat as I've gotten. And Chris is saying he's trying to gather the motivation to come up for a couple hours. Well, if you come up and nobody's here, we can go next door and play tank games. I haven't played enough tank game yet. Spike, does it taste like red or brown? It tastes like sadness. RC, Rabbit Canadian. Royal Crown. Stands for Royal Crown Cola. Oh, Man Chicken just cleared that up for us. Hello, Man Chicken. Welcome. All right, I'm caught up on chat. I've caught up to everything. All right, so what else is going on? So I got to tell you my story about picking up Atari Vindicators and Operation Thunderbolt. I'm going to reset this game now. So I'm going to tell you while I'm resetting these games. So they showed up on Facebook, and the guy had 3 of them, 3 games. He had Vindicators, which I thought looked interesting, and then he had a police trainer. And I have that Lethal Enforcers game, which hey, there's Chris.
I got the motivation.
Chris got the motivation. I was just started the story about my Lethal Enforcers. The 2 new games that are over there that I bought in Moncton. Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, the pot den.
That's right. The illegal cannabis lounge.
That's just for friends of friends, right? Man.
Yeah, once we get Chris settled in, then I'll continue my story.
Oh, you got the Jones cream soda back.
I got Jones cream soda. Yeah, when I was over in.
I didn't walk up to them. I drove. That's how I can get myself. I built a wheelchair ramp for my mom today.
Oh yeah, how's she doing?
She goes to an oncologist on Monday to find out if they can treat or to start treatment. I don't know what's happening. It's all very weird. Yeah, that's how it turned out.
Are you gonna put like railing things on it or something?
Yeah, that was just day one. She goes on Monday, so it'll work.
Yeah.
Before we used truck ramps, they're only 6 feet long, so the rise was,
Pretty quick. Yeah. You get a running start with mom. Hang on, mom.
She's not a very good passenger. I'm being honest. All right, one of these is a screen capture of that. We'll see what's left of that.
Hey, it worked that time.
Nice. I think it's because I had a dark one and it was like overexposing everything.
So charge, processing, approved. Remaining card balance is $34.45.
That's covered. Nice.
Do you want a receipt of that?
No, that's
Okay. Yeah, my on-the-air live streaming thing.
so people aren't wondering why you're over here
Talking to myself? Yeah. Yeah, this is my on-the-air live streaming. Oops. Although I used that last week, and the minute I started talking, the people playing the motorcycle game like looked over at me and went. It was like la 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 la.
Take a break to really enjoy this moment. Social.
Yeah, not to be confused with Crown Royal. This is true. Royal Crown. How is a Crown Royal Crown? That's got to be a drink, right? Like the two. All right. So anyway, so this guy had the 3 machines on the Facebooks, and I was interested in the police trainer one because people really like the lethal enforcers one that I have here when it works, which it was always problematic. It's got a CRT monitor spazoid problem thing so and then the Atari Vindicators look really cool, and I don't remember that game, but I looked it up and gameplay on it looked really interesting, so I wanted those 2, but my van only has room for 1, and so I went to go pick up the twin rifle game 2 weeks ago on a Monday, and I was going to go over on Tuesday because we're closed Monday, Tuesday. So on Tuesday, I picked the twin rifle up down by Halifax, and then the other one is over. It's a couple hours from here in Moncton, New Brunswick. So the plan was to go over there on Tuesday, but then the brakes on my van were being kind of wonky, and I didn't trust them, and I didn't want to go for that drive and risk buying a machine that had me stuck in the back. Hold on a second. I have sea monkeys on Mars too, because sea monkeys on Mars, right? Like okay, so anyway, so on Tuesday I messaged a guy and I said I've got to bail because my my van's all funky, and I said I can come the next week, and what I'll do is I'll get a U-Haul. And I said I'll get a U-Haul, and then that way, if I want both of the games, I told them before I would look at and take the one of them, and then I would check the other one out. If that was good, I'd come back the following week to pick it up. So I told him I would pick up the two at the same time, and he said that's great. He's trying to close down his shop, and so he would make me a deal for all 3 games, and that would be including the Operation Thunderbolt. And Operation Thunderbolt was one of those ones I've always seen. Like most arcades have it, so it was like one of those ones that is kind of a classic-y kind of one that I should probably have, but he wanted like $1,500 for it, and I was like, man, I can't get there. But the deal that he made me would bring each of the games to be right around $800, and that, to me, I was okay with that. Went over there. It ended up being an illegal cannabis lounge. And apparently they ran it for like 4 years. And I mentioned this in my last YouTube video, but when I got there, I went over with Jacob, who works here sometimes. When I got there, we pulled up and pulled in. I said, okay, now I've dealt with like serious stoners before. Let's hope he's even here. And then let's also hope that the games are in the condition he told me. I didn't think either of those would be true. So we went up to the door, and there was a woman there. He wasn't there, but there was a woman there. And she let us in, and the place it smelled like they'd been smoking weed, like hot box and weed in there for 4 years. It was horrible. Just like make the eyes water kind of thing. It was bad. The whole place was filthy, dirty, disgusting. Now, he told me that he needed to be out of that shop, and so he was going to be working and emptying it out all week, but he would leave the machines there. So I completely thought I was going to get to this shop or this lounge thingy that had been kind of gutted, but there's just the machines and maybe a few boxes. Everything was there still. There was just filled with garbage. There was just stuff everywhere. I also thought that they got busted last April, but they were actually busted a year before. So they've held on to this place. Since they got shut down, they've held on to this place and been hanging down in there smoking weed with their friends this whole time. So, and it was just sort of that sad weed culture stuff where there's marijuana leaves all over the place. And like Grateful Dead, they had a couple of murals up that they had painted. One of them was just like a whole bunch of weed leaves, and one of them was like the Grateful Dead bear, and the Grateful Dead skeleton, I think it was. And I didn't tell them that, like, oh, hold on.
We just get the 3 warheads.
Yeah, I'm not going to charge you for them because I'm not going to run a thing through it. You guys could just have them. That's fine. But I had this Grateful Dead stuff up there, and I didn't want to say, that's usually associated with LSD and not cannabis, but yeah. So we looked at the machines. Police trainer machine didn't work at all. It was completely, like, the monitor was completely pooped on it. It was just showing a little bit of red, and that was it. And the cabinet wasn't in good enough shape for me to, like, really want to offer him, like, $75 to take it off his hands kind of thing. Dude never showed up. It was just that woman was there. And then later some other dude shows up. He was just there to smoke his weed or something. I don't know what he was doing there. And then later, like right as we were leaving, some other woman with like dreadlocks showed up. So I guess, I don't know. Are they still running it? Who knows? I don't know what they're doing. But yeah, what a mess. We got the machines. We got them loaded up, and then we we drove back here. We opened up the doors here, and it smelled like the weed shop. Like it was just intense smell. And I can actually, when I go next door, at first I couldn't, but now when I go next door, I had cleaned the machines, the whole outside of the machines. When I go next door, I can catch a whiff of that still. And if you open up the coin doors, it smells like, yeah, pretty crazy. Man, check, I don't know how people make pot their entire identity. That's exactly what it is. That's what this whole thing was. And I actually had told this whole story on my YouTube video that I just put out, but then I actually, when I was editing, I cut it all out because I didn't want to, I don't know. I figured for the live stream it's fine, but it's, to me, like when I was 14, if me and my other 14-year-old friends found like a little cabin in the woods or something, or we had access to a building, we're like, hey, we'll make a fort out of this, we'll make a club, we'll make it our own, and we kind of like, we find a chair somewhere, we bring that in, we find a table somewhere, bring that in, get some old busted old lamp, we bring that in, we get some cans of spray paint, we spray some crap on the walls. That's exactly what this was. Like, nothing was nice. It was all kind of like found stuff. It was weird. And you would think, like, I could see how if you wanted to open up some sort of cannabis lounge or something, you could just go to IKEA and just buy like a handful of, not to spend a ton of money on them, but at least it looks kind of nice. But yeah, and the whole place was just filthy. Like, it hadn't ever been cleaned in there. I guess they're leaving. Yeah, the whole thing just made me sad. Kind of sad for them, and she was talking about how what they really wanted to do was they were making their money selling marijuana, and she was calling it a gray area. Like they got busted because it's a gray area. No, they got busted because they don't have a license to sell marijuana. Like, you can sell marijuana, you just need the license for it, right? And I actually don't know in New Brunswick if it's only like Providence-run stores. I'm not really sure. And then you also can't smoke inside, and there's another problem, right? Like I suppose they could have done it if you have to be a certain distance away from the entrance, so you can make like some kind of fancy outside heated tent thing that's certain distance away from the entrance, and people hang out in there, right? So you just need like a little, you just need like a little space where you can have your power and everything come in, and then you just have some big fancy tent outside that is not technically inside, right? That's how you do it. Get your IKEA furniture out there. But that was one of the things that they got busted for, was allowing people to smoke inside. So, yeah. But I got 2 new games. The monitors in them are beautiful. After I cleaned them, I actually, the Operation Thunderbolt monitor, it's one of the ones that lays flat and then there's a mirror. So all of that cannabis residue like gathered on top of this thing, and like I had to scrape it off of there. It was really, really thick and bad. And then on Vindicator, part of the monitor was kind of blurry, and it looked like I couldn't tell if it was on the glass or on the monitor glass on the tube itself. It wasn't on the outside, so I had to take the glass off of it, and it was on both the inside of the glass and the monitor tube, and it was some sort of weird ass residue. It didn't seem like cannabis or nicotine residue, but it was something else. I have no idea what the hell it was, but that I had to really scrub off of there as well. And but yeah, the cabinets are in pretty good shape, and the games are good. They've been earning money since they've been over there a week. They're earning a little bit of money already, so can't go wrong there. Let's see. Man Chicken says an 8-ball champ he got from a house where they must have been cigar smokers or sometimes. Things stank for a month before it finally aired out. Yeah, actually, Sophia found a really cool leather jacket. It's a green leather, and it's got for some archery rifle, some German archery rifle club that was in DC or something, and I got it from some thrift store or something, and it reeked of cigarettes, and we did all the tricks we could possibly do, trying to get it to air out, but you can still smell cigarettes on it for, I don't know, probably a year after she got it. Now it doesn't smell anymore, but there is something about putting, like for cabinets and pinball machines, I've heard of people putting ozone generators in there, but I worry about doing that because ozone will, from what I understand, it can seriously degrade plastics. So I know that people have hung fabric softener sheets in there, and that kind of helps. I have to go reset some games. We'll see how long those over there stink, and if they still stink after a couple weeks, maybe I'll try and do something about it. But they're over there. I don't have to smell them. All right. Could probably smoke that residue. Yeah, I was actually joking. When I first opened up the machine, we had them in here, and I opened it up and looked at it, and I like rubbed my finger on it, and I had like this. This was on the shooter game, and my finger came back all like orange, yellow. And I was joking that I either need to wash that off or accept the consequences. I figured it would just like soak through my skin. Transdermal cannabis high. All right, so Sophia was going to try to join us, and I had mentioned last week that she has a return ticket to come home. So she'll be in, she's coming in on Monday. And then we're normally closed Monday, Tuesday, but we have a private party on Tuesday here. So we're gonna both be here doing that. And then I think that she's planning on working Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday here or something. I'm trying to get her to just sort of relax at home and I'll do it, but next Saturday, oh, there she is. Hello. She's in chat. Next Saturday, if maybe we'll both be here and we'll do a live chat, or we'll do a live stream or something. And that's the plan. What time is it? It's 9:16. So we had kind of a busy day, and then we had a bunch of kids come in, and then now it's just Chris here for right now. Let's see if it's like last weekend where we had a bunch of people come in kind of later in the day. Might be the end of it though, which is fine. We had a good day. Fine with it. If we don't have a whole lot of people in here, actually we could do it whenever. We could prop the door open, and Chris and I will go over and play some games next door. Can you guys hear the music? It's Parliament. We got the funk. I have a funny story about this actually. We a friend of mine got a disco fever. No, roller disco pinball machine. Roller disco. And the big wide body. I love that game. So he had just got it all set up and working, whatever. And a bunch of us were going over to his house to play that night. I had my Miata, and it was a nice night. So I had the top down. I stopped at the dollar store and I bought him like 2 or 3 disco balls. And I just had him in the seat next to me. So it's like dusk. I'm in the car, disco balls next to me. I've got the music on, and it's playing the Parliament We Want the Funk song. And I'm sitting at a light, and this like redneck dude in a truck pulls up next to me. And I'm just sitting like disco stew. I'm just totally like, look over at him. Hey, how's it going? Yeah. He was not abused at my funkitude, my white boy funkitude. With disco balls, right? You gotta have disco balls. He probably got home and went, you can't believe what I just saw. Let's go bowling. I wonder if I can take that over. Spike had disco balls once, the ointment cleared him right up. I'm going to do Camera Safari Adventure Time. I am taking this one up here. We're going to go play Atari Vindicators. Oh, that was smart. Open up the door and then I can't reach the camera. Ah.
Even miles. 8-year-old dude.
All right, Atari Vindicators. Can I set this up? You can see it. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this. Where you can actually see what's going on. I can't hold the camera because 2 hands. That's a shame. I don't have anything else to set it on. We play Operation Thunderbolt. All right, we'll play one of these. So this has the little guns, And they actually have a recoil, so there's a little solenoid in there. All right, here we go.
Operation initiated. All hostages. Gather intelligent information.
It's kind of cool that actually it pauses your ability to fire. There's your magazines in blue there, and when you run out of bullets, it'll actually pause for a minute so you can reload your magazine. Don't shoot the cat. Actually, we'll start. Can we start this one? All right, here we go. Double guns. Actually kind of hard to double gun. You can't really shoot missiles. Uh-oh, I got some danger. Hey, we did it. Look at that.
Made contact with intelligent agents and obtained information. Confiscate ammunitions and means of transportation.
I'm gonna be super suck at this. Oh, my one guy's dead. Yeah, that explains it. I'm dead. Is this still my high score? Yeah, I think that's my high score from yesterday. Fun. Hi, how's it going?
Good, how you doing?
Yeah, not bad. Yeah, we do, it's a pay to enter system, and then all the machines are on free play.
Cool. How much is it?
$14.95 an hour, 5 cents more for 2 hours. Then I've got the games over there, but those are on corner play. Yeah.
You might want to watch out that front window, Larry. Son, this is what happens when you strike from it. Give me the wall, please. I'm working an 8.
There. How's that look? Yep, that's almost exactly how I had it before.
There's a bug in Lebowski now.
What's going on?
So what happens is, if you unlock the upper playfield here,
Yeah.
the flipper won't go. So you put the ball up there and like, if you've got car mode, in carpet mode, when it goes up, the flipper doesn't work. It works fine if you go up, hold the right one and go up, but it doesn't, it's not like it's not powering enough, but yeah, It's done it to me since you updated, but tonight it's done it to me twice. And it feels like a bug, not a mechanical.
Yeah. All right, let's try something. Let's play a game and cheat like crazy. Whee! Hold this up there.
Works now.
Okay.
But if you when the car is out and you go up Jesus, that sounds weird.
Car mode is lit.
Might be car mode and car.
Jesus is lit.
Jesus.
Damn it.
It's a weird happened to be freezing.
All right.
Player 2.
Oh,
Smash the car.
cool. Jeez.
What's that trying to do? I need to pay attention to which mode does it. It's a how you get car mode.
So when you got it, it was
It was, I think, through carpet mode. So we that one, and then I go up Jesus, and it comes down, and it doesn't do anything.
Run mode ready.
What the hell is this? The dirty onions, dude. Laundry. The white. Dude.
Block 1 is lit.
Yeah. Well, that's it.
so when the car was going back in, it killed the power on that just now.
It was the first time the ball went up. It shouldn't have.
Say, where's the handle?
Like I just
There is no handoff, man. If it wouldn't break, we throw the money out of the car.
That's all.
Ball 1 is locked.
This is up. No. Damn it. Get up there.
Ball 2 is locked.
So we've got the dude, we've got Jesus, we've got Walter.
Mod is lit.
We got Maud. What else? We need Donnie.
What's your name, dude?
Donnie is lit.
For the next round.
All right, ready? Oh, you got to go bowling first.
Dangerous to go glass.
Look down.
Oh, you can spare.
Oh, I just figured something out though.
Ball collected. Donnie, the dude, Maud, Jesus, Walter. Goal completed.
This is how you cheat.
Tomorrow's already.
Ready.
So I don't know if you caught what I just did. So we were testing to see if things were glitchy or working or not. And we loaded up all 5 characters and started, and I had them playing the all 5 character multi-ball. It looks like you got the dude multi-ball as well. I don't know if that's stacked or if that's just the one.
Yeah, I know it just didn't work.
So
And it should have.
we'll see if we can start it here.
Yeah, I mean, and I don't know what, I can't remember what process it was.
Player 2.
All right,
Send
so it
the
is
ball
this
up
one.
there. Yeah.
Oh, it's a different one.
Oh,
All see.
I thought it was. Oh, I see.
right.
Oh, got it. All right.
yeah.
Rub mode ready.
Okay.
Yeah.
You might want to walk
I don't have to eat this. I'm gonna take one. There it is. It's a bug. That's got to be a bug.
So when it goes up, Jesus.
Yeah. Weird, eh? It stopped that time, didn't it? After you hit it once.
Walter is ready.
See what happens, Larry?
Yeah.
See what happens?
I mean, maybe that's what they want you to do is you have to go up every time you get that hit.
I don't think so.
I mean, it's going back there, so it should.
Huh.
Yeah. Weird one, eh?
So I'll do that again. Where the hell are my keys?
Player 1. You're up.
Oh,
Had them moments ago.
I have a key.
I thought it was crazy. I thought it was just not that good anymore. I thought it was going up there, and I thought, oh no.
Oh, I think I know where my keys are. They're over here. That was awesome. I just left him in the game over there.
What do you think? Bug?
Yeah, I'll send it. I'll recreate it again, just to make sure that it's, and then send them a note on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that does. It looks like it's a code problem
Yeah.
more than anything.
Because it's like hit it once and it drains.
Yeah.
Player 2. You're up.
All right. So that's interesting. So you start the beat up the car mode. There's 4 or 5 modes there, the rug modes. If you start the car one by hitting the rug and starting it through the rug mode, when you send the ball up to the upper playfield. If you go up through the Jesus lane and it fucks it up there, the upper flipper doesn't work. If you go up the Walter ramp, the upper flipper works until you hit the car. Once you hit the car once, the flipper dies, which seems like a programming issue. So another day I'm gonna recreate it. We'll do it again. We'll make sure that it's a recreatable thing, and then I'll send it to Dutch Pinball and just say, W2M, what's up with this? It is slow tonight. Just us in here. That's all right. I had another story I was going to tell you guys, but I forget what it was. I like this wireless mic thing because I can just walk around the arcade, talk to myself. You guys can hear me. Everybody else looking on, it implies that I'm crazy. I like that. I like that in a first impression. I am gonna turn my fans off. It's cool down in here. All right. There was, what was it I was going to talk about? I had my stream topics that a couple live streams ago. I'm like, I should write down some topics of like just when I run out of shit to say, then I can just look at my topics and I have things to talk about. So I got about halfway through it. So number 2 was Palooka burning up because Palooka caught fire and whatever. How's Lebowski holding up? The eclipse. I don't know if I talked about the eclipse. We already, number 5 on this list is Sophia coming home. We already talked about that. New machines. Well, we've covered that. The new ABBA machine. Oh yeah, have you guys seen this monstrosity? I still have it here. ABBA, the new ABBA pinball machine. Like, I saw this and I thought it was a joke. I saw a picture of it and I thought it was a joke. There's somewhere where there's pictures. Where are the pictures? 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 Come on, you stupid thing.
Prevent your final mortal remains to the bosom of the Pacific Ocean. Good night, sweet person.
What's going on with this website? I could have swore maybe they got embarrassed. The picture's down.
Take it easy.
Here we go. Games. Ava. Alright. Yeah, we got that far. Alright. Yeah, oh, here we go. Here we go. Look at that.
Let's
Like,
go
what
on.
the hell? What is this side art? What is it? I don't understand. And then on the playfield, there's a gold record. There's a gold record. Okay, sure. There's a disco ball. Okay, sure. There's a bubble helicopter. Like, what? Am I missing something? Is there some sort of like special like bubble helicopter thingy that I don't know about? And then like a disco ball in the middle of the play field. Okay, yeah, sure. It's just ugly. Like it looks like a stern. And it doesn't look like what is there to do really? There's this ramp that goes up here. You can go into the helicopter. There's another ramp off to the side. There's some drop targets.
Game over.
There's a couple of pop bumpers. There's another thing back here. There's some switches back. Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot about this. There's the helicopter. Look at this. I love this. Like, this is what you're using to promote your product. And, like, these targets are all, like, mashed together. There's a spinner. You can hit a spinner. I don't know. Yeah. And then there's another version. This one. With slightly different art. So it's a little better. I don't know what. I don't know the two guys. I don't know any of their names. But you got the guitar guy. Like, did they have a guitar? I don't ever remember ABBA having a guitar. And then there's the other guy. Like, is he doing ballet or is he ice skating? What is he doing? Like, that's the weirdest thing. And then where's like her arm is? It looks like it's under a whammy bar, but it's not. Like, I don't. It's just. I like this side art better than the other, like Avatar looking side art, and then all of this looks basically the same. In fact, these are all the same. Yeah, yeah. I don't know, man. I do not know about that machine. I don't get it. Oh man.
Keep shooting.
All right, so Man Chicken says, wasn't totally following, says never played the game but did a random search. 2, there are 3 car modes. One of them is impound car. In this car mode, you have bash, step, or car flipper. Will stop working until the time the ball enters. Yeah, so that's right. The upper flipper only works when you're up there. But it isn't working when you go up that way through the buck, which is there's 2 ways to the little playfield, the upper playfield. One is through the lane called the Jesus lane that sends you to a vertical up kicker that sends you up there, or you can take the Walter ramp up to the side. So what normally happens is when you get up there through either method, once you're up there, the upper flipper works, and it just repeatedly works. If you can start the car mode, once you're up into the upper playfield, you can start the car mode by hitting the 4 little handicap sign buttons. You have to hit them. You have to hit 4 times. That'll go into the car mode. You can select 1 of 3 car modes. The bash the car mode we did, so we manually hit those buttons. We started the car mode, the bash the car mode. We could get up into the playfield and the flipper worked the whole time, no problem. We started the same mode using the carpet feature. When we did it that way, if you went up the lane in the Jesus, the upper flipper didn't work at all. If you went up the lane for the Walter lane, the flipper worked until you hit the car once. Once you hit the car, it killed the power to the flipper and down it goes. So I don't know if, but that doesn't seem right to me, but whatever. Sophia says, weren't you planning to turn Kiss into ABBA, but they stole your idea? I think that my ABBA, yes, that was a plan. I have a Kiss, an old 1978 Kiss playfield that has been sanded down. It's all ready for conversion. It's sitting in my studio right now. But I haven't gotten around to painting it or designing it. But I would hope that my ABBA design would be better than whatever that was. I saw someone do a video about their launch party for ABBA. Even that was a complete mess. Spike says, didn't they all die in a helicopter accident? I think the helicopter must be referencing album art. All right, let's look this up. I want to know what the hell is the deal with the helicopter. ABBA. ABBA. Discography. All right. We're on the wiki page for them. All right. So this is the album Ring Ring. Waterloo. No helicopter. ABBA. That looks like some sort of like Grey Poupon limousine. Arrival. Ah. Aha. There you go. That's it. That's where it comes from.
Block 2 is lit.
And a different one. So all right. So yeah, that's why they did that. ABBA the album. This one. This one. The Visitor. Voyage. All right, so none of these have that sort of like. So, Arrival has the bubble copter, but none of them have that same sort of like a floating. What even was that? Voyager collection. The side art. Like, what even is this? It's like, what the hell? Those are like flying winged slugs. There's like the girl from the Bugaloos, and then there's a lighthouse, like a floating Pandora's lighthouse type thing. What was the name of the girl from the Bugaloos? All right, we gotta look that up. Bugaloos. The Bugaloos. Her name was Harmony. That's it. No, Courage. No, Joy. Joy, that was her name, a butterfly who plays percussion. So on this game, they have Joy from the Bugaloos. Yeah, okay, got it. We're set.
Let's go bowling.
And Spike says, Jesus sends you to a vertical up kicker. You should be a preacher. Matthew, no, he's right. You have to get up there multiple times. All right, Man Chicken says, the only other note I saw was 3. In rug mode where Larry's car is being destroyed. Also, the flipper stops working after car is bashed. No, okay, so that's what's happening. So you only have, it takes you longer to do it, right? So when you bash the car once, you have to get back up there again to bash it again. So in the other car mode, you have to hit it like, I want to say like 8 times. So maybe in the rug mode, they only let you hit it once per visit up to the upper playfield to see. Yeah, maybe that's it. I'll have to try it. But the flipper doesn't even work when you send it up through the Jesus up kicker. So, who's leaving? Matthew is leaving. And Matthew says 5, so you have to hit it 5 times. We gotta play with that more. But it sounds like maybe there's a slight bug, but maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. And Rebecca is leaving and Matthew's leaving. Goodbye, guys. See you guys later. RC Cola. RC Cola. And I guess since this is a pinball arcade, we can discuss the new pinball machine that's coming out from Stern, which they just announced. It's actually something made within the last handful of years. Their next one is going to be the Keanu Reeves movie. The shoot 'em up movie, the John Wick, which is whatever. But at least it's something that's not 50 or 60 years old, right? Like Aerosmith or whatever else, Led Zeppelin and whatever else, Jaws. I'm surprised it wasn't Gone with the Wind or Lawrence of Arabia or some old 67-year-old IP. And Spike's heading out. See you, Spike. Spike said Flying Wings Slugs was the name of my Iron Butterfly cover band. That's a good name for a cover band. Man Chicken says, I'm just tired of the licensed stuff. Can Stern come up with nothing original? I know. That's what kills me about it, right? Big Lebowski is licensed, but it's unusual. It's different. And they did that. The Big Lebowski game is almost because they've done it all so perfectly, they didn't just make a Big Lebowski game to sell Big Lebowski games. They made it because they wanted to see a pinball machine that was the Big Lebowski, right? You can tell by how it's put together, how everything works, that there was a lot of thought and kind of love that went into that machine. But Stern's Jaws. Okay, so you have the shark target. That's pretty cool. But why do Jaws? Why not come up? Most of the games in here are original themes. And they've lasted this long. Pinbot's well loved. It's an original theme. Big guns. original theme, skateball, original hardbody, original brake shot, original Flash, Electra, Dragon, Genie, Genesis. Genesis and Secret Service, they were supposed to be licensed, but they didn't get the license, but they made it work. Like, come on. Valhalla, that's original. Cue Ball Wizard, that's original. Palooka, Speakeasy, Volley, they're all original, right? But yeah, it just kills. And I get it. I get that Stern is, their market is boomers with expendable money. That's why all of their titles are things that, like, all the bands are bands that boomers listen to. They bought their first car, they put on Led Zeppelin, or they put on Rush or whatever, and they drove around, yay, you know. Foo Fighters is weird. Like, I think Foo Fighters happened because Dave Grohl just wanted to be on a pinball machine, right? So he probably contacted him, went, we'll give you the license for cheap. And they went, who are you? Okay, sure. Kids like you? Okay. I think that's the only reason why they did the Foo Fighters, but everything else that they put out is all like old stuff. Walking Dead was newer, Stranger Things was newer, but you've got 2 TV shows that, like Walking Dead, like, and Stranger Things, like, when they put out that pinball machine, Stranger Things was already like kind of crap, so I don't know. I don't get it. I like that that American Pinball, they did Hot Wheels, which is licensed. Everything else unlicensed. It's all original stuff, and I think that's cool. And we talked about doing Galactic Tank Force just because I think that they'll have more interest later. I said it before, is that, like, actually a lot of kids come in here, they don't know what Big Lebowski is. They've never seen the movie or whatever. But like, if we got a Rush pinball game or any of the music themed ones, 50% of my audience, of my customers that come in here, have never heard those bands, or they only heard them like on Grandpa's radio, right? I was actually talking to a couple people that were in here with about the Jaws game. They know of the movie, but they've never seen the movie. Sharknado, they've heard of and they know. Why did they do? If they wanted a licensed theme, they could get Sharknado for really cheap, and they could do a lot more. They could have a lot more fun with it, right? Like, I would much rather see Sharknado pinball machine. Hey! Every time I touch this now, I get shocked for some stupid reason.
I heard that.
I'm on live streaming and bitching about licensed themes.
What? Really? What theme?
Well, we were just looking at the ABBA game that is seriously hideous.
Okay.
And Stern just announced their new machine is going to be John Wick.
I wish more people made pinball machines. I'll get this. Yeah, Ghostbusters is another one. Jurassic Park's another one. But bitching about them, why?
I don't know, just for fun.
Don't like them, or it makes them?
No, I don't like them. I would rather have original themes. Charge.
Go. I've been
2870 is your balance.
I've been playing a lot on my phone and on PlayStation 4. One that I downloaded was just terrible.
Little pinball games? Oh, okay.
Pinball FX is okay. They have hundreds of tables. Some of them are recreations of Williams. And then there's Pinball FX has their own like brand of table, and they have a huge amount of licensed stuff, like Jurassic Park, Ghostbusters, everything.
And are they the Stern, like the actual Stern
I don't
games,
know if they're
or
Stern. They
that
might
they're just
be, but-
recreations of? They're just
Yeah.
new. Because I know that there's there's virtual pinball tables and stuff that are not like they're Ghostbusters or Star Wars or something, but they're not an actual
But they're
table.
not made from something.
Yeah.
Yeah. They have a lot probably like that, but the Williams are recreations. They're
Right.
playing a lot of Mars Attacks, which is,
I want one of those.
I
Yeah.
was hoping you had one. And the other one is maybe Gone Fishing, maybe, from Williams. It's something to do with fishing. I don't remember what it's called.
What is that?
Mars Attacks. Awesome.
That's an expensive game.
Yeah?
Yeah.
They only made, 13,000 of them or something like that?
That's-
in 93?
It's one of those ones that it's like Adam's Family. That it's. I mean, I don't like Adam's Family. I like the Mars Attacks one, and I like Revenge from Mars, which is that's the Pin 2000 where it's got the monitor in it. It's a weird game. They made 2 of those. They made of the Pin 2000s. They made that, and then they made the Jar Jar Binks Star Wars one.
Okay.
And the Revenge from Mars is they're basically the same shots, the same thing, but the Revenge from Mars is better. All right, there's not a lot to do on them, but I would like to get one because they're unique, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Revenge. I like Attack from Mars. is a great game. There's a lot of good call-outs, good things to do, but the originals went for a lot of money, and then they recreated. Someone made a recreation of them, and they're exactly the same, just new parts, right?
Right.
And
Better or worse?
I probably would rather go with the newer one, just because it uses newer stuff, right? It doesn't use the old pinball boards and stuff.
Yeah.
I think that they use like basically the same as what's going on in Big Lebowski.
Right. Sure.
But I'm not sure exactly what they use for those. But even the newer ones go for a lot of money too. So.
Yeah.
And they did. It's that same company, I think, is the ones that did Ice Cold Beer. Do you know Ice Cold Beer?
Yeah.
With you try to get the ball going up and avoid the holes kind of thing. They made a recreation of that because it was so popular. Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah. It's definitely introduced me to some tables that I'd like to play in real life, because as hard as they try, physics just aren't.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it's good enough when you're closed Monday and Tuesday and I can't come up to play. You know? It's good enough, but I'm learning that there's other tables that maybe you have.
And that's the nice thing about that is that you can learn the rules,
Mhm.
and you can learn what you're supposed to be doing on them. And then when you get on the actual machine, you know it's
And they
supposed to be
do
shooting
exactly, they go through all of the different goals that you're supposed to go
Yeah.
through, and I mean, some of the history on the table as well, how many were made, what year they were made. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, I can get if I set up a virtual table, I can load a lot of those games on it.
Mhm.
But I haven't played one of those where the latency between the flippers, like it feels off to me. Like you hit
There
the
was
flipper
one that
button
I played and it
it's
was
very slow.
just not right. Just
Yeah.
not right, 100%. But Pinball FX is pretty good. Now it's recent too. It's in 2024 is what the date was on it. It's not been around longer than that, but their copyright is 2024. So they did something that is okay.
Mhm.
It's suitable. Still not the same.
I played I don't remember what framework it is, but someone ported Space Cadet to it.
Mm.
And I played that on just a basic hardware, and it was fine. And that's really what I want a virtual machine for.
Mm-hmm.
If I had one in here, a full size one, it would just be playing Space Cadet on it, because people remember that game, you know. And people bring it up in here. It's like, oh yeah, I used to play it on Windows 95 all the time. What was that game called? And you know, and I think it would just be hilarious to have one, right?
There's no short of people playing Pinball FX, because when I got my top score, I was like 30,000th in the worldwide score. 30,000. So people are playing pinball, but what you need to come in and then really play pinball.
Yeah.
Because it's just not the same.
There's a guy who came in last weekend with a regular, and he was back in today actually, and I asked him if he had ever really played pinball, and he really hadn't, but he played on phones and stuff, so he knew the concepts and everything.
Sure.
But he actually playing physical ones, like it sounded like he could count on one hand how many times he actually played a physical game. And we talked about Space Cadet.
Yeah.
Right? Like he had played that a lot too. So yeah, and he got in here and he actually bought an all-day pass and played for 3.5 hours or something like that. Thought he might try to come back later tonight, but
That's all day pass kind of. That's all day pass kind of territory.
well, yeah, I mean he pays all day and he can come and go as much as he wants all day. So
Nice. That's the way to do it. All right. Well, time to play.
back to the stream. It is, let's see, we've been doing this for hour 45. Probably the end of the stream. It's probably time to go. That's what I'm trying to say. Oh, what have I done to my thing here? Hold on, wait a minute. Let me fix my chat window. I've really made a mess of stuff. Oh, I see. It wasn't updating. Let me go back here. Okay, so yeah, Man Chicken said I'm tired of license stuff. We talked about that. Then Man Chicken says, well, at least with Big Lebowski, there's a sensible reason because the movie includes something related to balls. I didn't watch any John Wick movies thinking, hey, this would lend itself perfectly to a pinball game. I know, right? Like, it has nothing to do with nothing. Like, I watched the first John Wick, and then I watched the second John Wick, which I didn't have to watch because I already saw the first one. And apparently there's more, but I didn't watch any of them. I didn't watch anything other than the second one, but I had already seen the second one after I watched the first one. So, yeah, like how does that, like if I'm looking at a licensed theme, John Wick doesn't pop, unless you're gonna do like a, because John Wick, there's a lot of like lots and lots of gunfire. Like if I was gonna recreate, what was a hyperball, where you had you're like shooting massive amounts of the little tiny balls, like almost pachinko sized balls at targets. It's in a pinball cabinet. Like if I was gonna try to recreate a new hyperball or whatever the hell it was called with the turret thing, that would make a good John Wick thing, right? Because he fires a lot of guns, so you're firing a lot of things. Yeah, it's like if you're going to do something like that, okay, sure. But if I was going to try to make a licensed theme, something relevant outside of a music theme, so you're looking at like a movie or a TV show or something like that. Something like Family Guy makes a good theme because they're kind of timeless characters, and you can play around with like funny call outs and stuff. Same with Simpsons and stuff like those. I don't really mind. I would probably lean that direction of something that's cartoonish. I can't think of a movie that would, unless you wanted to like just be silly. You like Gone with the Wind, the pinball game, like that makes as much sense as John Wick. I don't know. And they made Jersey Jack made a Godfather pinball machine. Like Wizard of Oz, great. It's a beautiful game. There's lots of cool visuals. But Godfather? Come on. Like the Serpico, the pinball machine. Taxi Driver, the pinball machine. That would be mine. Taxi Driver, the pinball machine. Oh man. Man Chicken says Delight. Haven't heard this in a while. Yeah. This is my funky time playlist. You have an Attack from Mars recreated from Chicago Pinball. Yeah. That's what I'm thinking would be I want to get the recreated one. And what is the what runs that in the background? Is that the P-Rock? Is that what it's called? J Ray, what about Married with Children? There you go. The chicken says hit the prostitute target for bonus. No, you hit the pimp. You have to go in. You kill the politician. That's one mode. Kill the politician. You have to date the underage prostitute. That's another mode. You have to hit the pimp. You have to knock the pimp down. That's another mode. And what else? You have to take your date to a porn movie. That's the other mode. 4 modes. Yeah, there you're set. You got it. That's perfect. You could do a if you wanted to have fun with it. There was that movie out, Boogie Nights, with Dirk Diggler. That would be a good one. More fun than Jaws or John Wick. I don't know why my chat is not updating. Yeah, Married with Children, pinball machine. You do All in the Fan, like just bad. Brady Bunch, pinball machine. It still hits the boomer audience, the Brady Bunch. All right, we're at an hour 50 now, and I think I'm going to call it quits. So we're going to end the chat now, and I think that definitely we need to approach Dutch Pinball. That Dutch Pinball needs to make another pinball machine. I think that we ought to talk to him about the Taxi Driver one. We've got it all figured out. It's perfect. Actually, you know what would make a really funny pinball machine? HR Puff and stuff. And all of the Sid and I'm surprised they don't actually have the Sid and Marty Croft. Is that what it was? They had all those wacky like acid-induced TV shows. They had the one about the guy who fell into the magic hat, Mad Hatters or whatever, and he landed in a world where everybody was hats. And then HR Puff and stuff. And I think that was the one with Witchy Poo, right? And the magic flute. Witchy Poo was trying to get the magic flute, and HR Puff and stuff that's what McDonald's stole the design for their like McDonald Land stuff. Yeah, but Sid and Marty Croft. And then there was Sigmund the Sea Monster. Like all of those would make fun. Like you could do like a whole Sid and Marty Croft pinball machine, and it has all the characters. That'd be kind of fun. Sophia says, you've got to head out, but I will see all soon, and I will see you on Monday. And yeah, so I'm going to end the chat, and then we'll figure out next weekend what we're gonna do. If we're both going to be here, or just one of us going to be here. If I'm here, we'll do a chat, or we'll do a live stream. And if Sophia's going to be here, then I'll probably be here, and we'll do one together. Yeah. Anyway. All right, so that's the end of the stream. We'll see you guys later. Thanks for